Hello everyone. So in this couple of slides, we are going to deep dive into the projects that we are taking as a part of the upskilling program. So let me walk you through the complete process and give a detailed overview of the two projects. So let's get started. Okay, so the agenda is we are going to see what are the learning outcomes. We'll understand by doing these projects what we are going to learn as a part of this upskilling program, why we are doing this upskilling program, what are the skill gaps as compared to the current market trend. We are going to look into that. Then we will discuss two projects. One is majorly on the data analytics side, and the other one is on the LLM sides, which is the recent demanding tech stuff from the IT domain. And we will see a rough roadmap for these 10 weeks for these two projects, and followed by some questions. All right. So, as a part of this 2 months program, by doing these two projects, we will be going to understand the end-to-end process of the data acquisitions, wherein we will gather data from different API sources and try to clean it, transform it, and then gather some insights. And eventually, this will help in understand what are the real life, real time projects that happen and how the cycle looks like. Okay. With the next project that we are going to do, we will try to build and evaluate a RAG system based on some government documents from Sweden. So in this thing, we are, as a learning outcome, we will understand end to end how do we build a RAG system, a chatbot kind of application. So during this process, we will be able to create production ready dashboards, reports, and of course all these code and stuff we will be doing in our GitHub repos, so you will have something to show in your GitHub repos. Okay. Okay. So why we are doing this upskilling during because we have seen that in the market there are some skill gaps. So these are majorly with regards to Python, SQL, machine learning, and LLM. So there are these technicalities and these skills where the people are lacking. So we thought of taking up these two particular projects, which will be an addition, be an star, which will add a value in your resume and also your portfolio. Of course, so this 2 months program is not for freshers. We will learn end to end. Nothing will be taught from scratch. We'll just go into the details of project. We'll write some code. There will be complete hands-on things will be there, but yes, nothing from scratch. You need to have some basic idea about at least SQL and Python, and also pandas. For the second project, the LLM stuff, we will see. We will have some frameworks, but again, that will be not taught in detail. We will just see how we can use those frameworks. Okay. Yes, so these are the skill gaps. So data storytelling and dashboarding. We understand the complete data analysis part, but we lack the ability to showcase it, to understand and tell it to the viewers or the audiences or stakeholders the complete story. Represent them in the form of dashboards rather than the CSV files. So that's where one of the skill gap is. Another one is with the recent technological shift, RAG pipelines, agentic frameworks, and vector search with the LLMs and all that stuff. This is one of the most demanding skill. So that is again one of the major stuff missing in the skill set. We will also try to cover some cloud ready and reproducible workflows. And yes, the domain here we will be targeting is the public sector data from Sweden, and yes, the energy price volatility, where we will try to analyze and understand the electricity price data. So at first we will there can be some changes in the data set, but yes, we will uh, these are the mostly prominent stuff with regards to the data that we will be dealing with. Yeah, so let's get some little deep dive into the project that we are going to do. So the first project is charge check, which is decoding Sweden's power cost. So majorly we will be using the data which is from the electricity department from different zones in Sweden. So we will try to analyze the swings, how the electricity price fluctuate, and the dynamics behind it. And during this time we will, while understanding the data, we will be able to analyze what is the link between price, weather, demand, and the CO2 intensity. As a part of deliverables, we will have a analytics dashboard and insight deck. So you will be able to visualize what is happening inside out in the form of visuals, graphs, and charts. So that's a project outcome that we will be gaining as a result of this project. Okay. Next, what are the data set that we will be using? So for all these projects, we will be using the publicly available data. Even with the LLMs, we are going to use open source models. So with the data for the first project, we will use open power system data. We will use some weather API from Sweden, which is again publicly available. What are the skills required for this particular project? We will be requiring, or the minimal prerequisite is SQL, Pandas, time series EDA we will be doing, and we will try to visualize these graphs using Plotly or Seaborn. Then deliverables, as I said, towards the end of this project, we will be able to get a clean data, as we will definitely have to do the data cleaning, data transformation. We will see if we need to store this data into some database, where I have written the DuckDB. DuckDB is nothing but a in-memory database. Maybe we can try and using that. We will definitely create some interactive dashboards and heat maps. If possible and time permits, we will definitely try to do some forecasting models, get our hands dirty on some of these time series models, which will help us to predict the, not predict, but forecast the upcoming sales, sorry, price of this electricity, whatever data we'll be working on. So yeah, this is the complete first project, which is majorly on data analyst side. Let's move on to the next project. So project 2 is more of a chatbot kind of application, which we will be building on top of RAG and agents. So we will try to use one agent. RAG is nothing but a retrieval augmented generation. So this acts as a context to the LLM that we will be using for chat application. So what is the project goal? As I said, RAG plus an agent over a publicly available document. So we will see if there are any publicly available documents. We'll try to create a chatbot on this document. So yes, we will create an application. What is the application of this project where we can use that project? So this will be helpful in answering the citizen questions with regards to some of the government organization. It can be some rule set or something like that, parliament or municipal records. So what will be the outcome as a result of this? We will build a local LLM chatbot with citations. Here, citations meaning from where we have derived the answer for that particular query. So yeah, majorly this is the project 2, which is based on LLMs, OpenGov GPT. It's named as OpenGov GPT. Next, what is the tech stack? So data, we will definitely use some publicly available APIs which have some JSON files, PDF documents from websites, government websites. What frameworks we are going to use? LangChain is one of the frameworks which we use, or Llama Index, either of the two. Face is nothing but a vector search, which we will use for storing our data. uh, as a part of vector embeddings. Mistral, 7 billion, and Llama, these are the open source models. Either of the two we will be using for these chatbot applications. So, as a result of doing this project, what is the things that we are going to understand? How do we do the chunking? Chunking is nothing but divide. How do we add this data from documents or JSON APIs to the vector store, embeddings, converting this text format into numerical format. If we require, we will also see how the agents use different tools. And Streamlit UI is nothing but the showcase, the UI part of the application. We will be using Streamlit. Either we can use Gragio also. So Streamlit is another framework which we can use for building the UI part of any of these uh, applications. Okay, so next, what is the deliverable as a part of this project? We will be able to build a local rack pipeline with a Streamlit demo using some source links, and we will also create a readme file which will have the complete process end to end from data gathering to the application. So this will be helpful for you guys to add in your GitHub repo. Okay, so we will also try to build a architecture diagram so that we understand what is the complete flow. Right. So yeah, this is the rough roadmap that we are going to follow. So followed by week one, kickoffs and setup, then data ingestions and cleaning. Then we'll try to build the rack pipeline. Then we'll do some agentic evaluation, agent on top of it, modeling and evaluation. Once that is done, we will go for the analytics project. It can be interchangeable, like first we'll do the data analytics project or vice versa. We'll build dashboards, which will be kind of storytelling stuff, and then yes, we will do the deployments towards the end. So this is a rough roadmap that we are going to follow for the complete two projects, majorly 2.5 months projects. We'll try to cover all these two projects in this particular timeline. Yeah, that's it for the upskilling program. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Moving on to the most important part of the whole presentation, which is the guidelines. Please pay a little attention on this. It's very important that you know about the guidelines of the upskill program that will be happening. So there are some technical requirements. It's very easy peasy. That is, you need a very stable internet, you need proper device to connect, and it's very important that you, whoever the participant is, you set up the whole thing a bit early so that you can avoid any kind of technical issues. Moving on. Engagement and participation. It is very important that participants, they actually actively participate through discussions, question answers, and whatever idea sharing there is required. Please make sure whenever you're in the session, keep your cameras on, and whatever tasks will be given to you by your mentor or by your instructor, please make sure to complete those tasks on time, and so that you can always stay up to date. And yeah. Moving on to the professional conduct, please make sure that it's important, and it's very, very, very important for us as a company. SITA.dev wants you to respect peers and mentors, and the professional demeanor is very much expected. I'm pretty sure most of us have some professional background, and we understand what are the conducts and misconducts, and there will be zero tolerance for any kind policy for any kind of misconduct during those sessions. Guidelines about punctuality. Please, make sure it's important that you join on time. And in case you're late, plus you're late for over 10 minutes, this will be considered to be absent. And if you are repeatedly late during sessions, it will be you will be considered to be removed from the sessions permanently. Commitment towards your attendance. It's important that there is 100% attendance. 100% attendance is absolutely mandatory for these sessions. In case of emergency only, you can take absence, but for that, it's important that you notify at least 4 hours before the session that happens. And for that, there will be leave application, which you will receive on the very first day. Whoever enrolls for this program, you will receive on the very first day of the program. In terms of absence with approval, please make sure that there is mandatory notice. As I've already mentioned, you need to give a prior 4 hours notice minimum. Inform your coordinator before missing any sessions, and approval is definitely required. If you are missing a session, you must receive approval for leaves and request for it beforehand. And there is limit on absence. That is, if you are absent for more than 3 times, it will lead to removal from the sessions. Now, I think this is one of the most important slides where you need to pay a bit more attention. So for these sessions, we have a no-show policy, which I would like to discuss. That is, let me just first tell you what is a no-show policy over here. So no-show means that if you're absent without prior communication and approval, there will be fines. And these fines are applied based on number of occurrences. That is, if the number of times that you are absent from the session. And there will be no penalty, of course, if absence is informed and approved in advance. So you can see the structure and fee if you are absent. So maybe let me just read it out for you. The very first no-show, which is uninformed, will cost around 25 euros. Second, 30. Third no-show, which will be uninformed, of course, is 50 euros. And more than 4 will lead to 50 euros plus removal. And if you are for 3 consecutive absences without notice, please, it will be the same. Like you have to pay 50 euros and then there will be a removal. Now, exemption for no-show fee, that in which cases that you do not have to pay the no-show fee. That is, if there are any life-threatening emergencies, possible exemptions from fees and penalties will lead to this. Please make sure that there is immediate notification to the coordinator so that we can keep a tab about your situation. And coordinator discretion, it's very important that at the end of the day, that the final decision rests on the coordinator. Yes, and so this is one of the last slides, I would say. If you agree with all the guidelines and acknowledgement, enrollment means that you accept all the policies and terms that has been discussed so far. And if you're uncomfortable with any of the terms, please, we recommend that you do not enroll, and your spot should go to a fully committed participant. That's what we feel. And for enrollment, there will be an enrollment form, which I will share soon in the chat of this presentation of the Zoom link. Please make sure if you have decided that you want to enroll for this upskill program, make sure to fill up the form, and then we will reach out to you with the next session's information. Thank you very much.